Okay. So first, let me introduce myself. This is Presi. I have nearly 10 plus years of experience within ServiceNow, and this is me. And I've been taking training for more than 6 years as of now. Even though it's a technical training within ServiceNow training, everything I'm just taking the part of ServiceNow. So this training is. Am I audible to you all? Right?
Not clear.
Yeah, not clear.
Yeah, you're audible, but when you introduce yourself, like it bit low, somewhat low.
Okay. So, is it good now?
Yeah, it is good now. We can hear you
Okay.
properly.
Okay. So the thing is, I am Presi. So I just nearly 10 years, 10 plus years of experience into service now. I'm just handling multiple training sessions with the corporate, and even though with the self trainings, I used to take it up. And I'm just today here to take the sessions for the UDEMY technology. And this with the ServiceNow ITOM. We also have training sessions with other modules of HRSD and also with other modules also. So those who are planning to take the sessions, please let us know about if you are interested with, or you or your friends have been interested with other modules also. So in this session, we will be covered widely with most of the areas of ServiceNow ITOM, and especially we are not covering orchestration, but still we will be covering most of the part of the ITOM, like from the basics. Basics we could say like CMDB. Here I could say you can even add the CMDB query builder. So first of all, we will be concentrating more about CA class manager and IRE engine. So we will be studying each and every steps of CA class manager, how we used to do with the attributes, how the IRE get configured within CA class manager itself. So how the IRE engine works in the system. These sessions will be taken in the detailed manner, because if you see all the discovery setup, which is nothing but the mid-server, discovery, service mapping, event management, and cloud, all these things will be basically come and sits with the CMDB. Okay. Basically, it would come and sit with the CMDB. So first of all, we have to know that why it's not populating, why it is duplicating, or and what are the steps it will be comes from the two sources, and how it get just articulate within themselves. So these type of main things will be get covered in the CMDB. Along with this, you will be also covering with the CMDB query builder. So in the query builder, we will be letting you know like how you have to create multiple queries and send them as a report, and how to schedule a report for that particular query builder, and how to use non-CMDB tables along with the CMDB. All this information will be taught to you in the section of CMDB. And coming to the next part is discovery setup. Otherwise, we could say this one as a mid-server. So how to request a discovery, how to request a mid-server setup to be done within the system. So whenever we set up the mid-server for a very big data center, how you have to set up the whole architecture. So for example, if the data center is having in 7 different locations, then how many mid-servers you have to install? And even though if you install the mid-servers in the different locations, how it would get connected to each other, how to create the different type of mid servers, like whether it is Windows or Linux mid server, and how it get connected to your system. So once you did this connection setup and all, how you used to communicate with those system, and once you did this one, how you're going to discover a particular device using that mid server, how the mid server just talk with each and every, and you also get connected with, this particular like uh, mid server IP affinity stuffs. And once you upgrade, or once you do the restart of the mid
Can
server,
we request others to mute themselves?
guys, could you please unmute, sorry, mute yourself as of now?
Prasi, you have an option to mute all. You can mute
Yeah,
everyone.
yeah. Okay, done. So this particular options, sorry, not options, this particular sessions will be taught to you. Along with that, the important ones are probe sensors and patterns. So when we talk about probes, before the pattern arrives, the probes and sensors only we were working. Now we are working with patterns. But still, you have to learn about probes and sensors and how to customize those probes and sensors. Because still in some of the scenarios before going to the um, identification section, there are two sections are there, right? Like scanning and classification within the discovery. So if there is something happen or some of the customized one you have to pick up in the sense how to rewrite those probes and sensors for your need. So obviously some of the customization part will also be get touched for the probes, sensors and patterns. Definitely we will be doing one practical custom over here. I mean custom pattern over here. In this custom pattern, you will be discovering a new CI in while we are doing the service mapping. So while we are doing a service mapping, we will be discovering a new service over there. Once we discovered it, we will be writing a custom pattern to it because it's an application. So what we are going to discover. So generally, if you discover a new application in the sense, it will go and sit within the normal out of the box application table. So, but if it is a new application which is launched in the within your network, then you have to create a separate table for the new application. And then you have to write a new IRE rules for that application. And then while writing a custom pattern, a new custom pattern has to be written, then only it will be go and see the information in the custom table for you. So those kind of trainings will be provided and those type of lessons will be taught to you. And once that is done, you will be knowing that how discovery explicitly communicates with the mid server, and what are the different type of discoveries you have. And over here, I didn't mention, but still, the properties of mid server and the properties of CMDB, along with this will be get covered. So you have n number of, I could say like large variety of CMDB properties and mid server properties you have. Those things will be get covered along with the syllabus. And the next and foremost one is the configuration, discovery configuration. So the discovery configuration, if you see that you may have how to configure it, how to schedule it, how to do the quick run discovery, and how you have to schedule a bulk ones, how you have to do with the SNMP version 2 and version 3. These information will be taught to you, and also like how to do the discovery behavior. So for example, you have the discovery to be set up for the particular range of IP address. You have nearly 500 IP address you're going to discover. In that discovery, you don't want Windows devices to be get discovered because you already have discovered it. Now you have to discover only the network devices or your switches over there. So how to change the discovery behavior to discover only those, network devices or your SNMP devices. So for that, we can set up the behavior of the discovery, which won't discover other ports or other items. So it will discover only that particular item that we needed. So how to set up those criteria within the service now will be taught in this session. And also discovery, CI classification, identification, exploration phases, different type of process within that classification phases will be. So process classification and all taught to you in the discovery feature. And while we coming up to the service mapping, so service mapping setup is a vast one, like I could say. So here, how do you find everything using the IP address? Here, everything is through endpoints. Endpoints. So we have HTTP endpoints, TCP endpoints. So how many endpoints you can configure within a single service? And how do you see the different type of maps, the dependency maps? Because here, if you see, discovery usually deals with the physical devices or the application that is installed within the devices. But how do you find the services that is built within that within our organization? For example, I could say email. Email is a service. We have server, and also along with that, we just have a service along with that. Email service, services that is related, technical service, business services, or application services that is aligned with our organization will be able to find with using the service mapping. So how to configure your mid server for the discovery setup? I mean, especially with the top-down discovery, which is nothing but the service mapping. And to perform the top-down discovery, what are the prerequisites we have for the service mapping? This one will be shown in a practical way, because we will be completing the discovery part, this thing and all within mid-server and discovery. But the custom pattern and the new application discovery will be done in the service mapping part only. So while we're doing that, how to do the application service mapping, how the mapped application works over here. So once you did this one, we don't touch up with APM mostly, but still most of the information will be given for APM, I mean application portfolio management also. How the reconciliation and identification framework relates to the service mapping. So we know that how that IRE engine works for the discovery, but still while it is coming to the application services, how the dependency, how the IRE will be working over for the service mapping will also be taught to you. And security within the, how to set up the security, because it is in service. For example, take ServiceNow itself. You know, ServiceNow is sitting in some other servers. We are just taking that and using the cloud. That is one of the service that is provided by ServiceNow. So how to configure this type of service? How do you know how many of your how many of your user is using the ServiceNow one? And also how advanced service mapping configuration will be taught to you along with this one. So the next topic we will be covering about the event management, how to set up the event management setup and how to integrate with other external events. For this, we will be using Dynatrace. Okay, Dynatrace is the one we will be configuring it over there and here. But 100% practical is not possible in event management. But we will be try to touch up with all the nooks and corners. And I can show you the partial around methodology over here. But full-fledged one we can't show up in the event management. And here we will be setting up the event management configuration preferences, how to write the event rules, alert rules, how to write the correlation rules, how to write the remediation rules once there is an issue in that, how you used to remediate. These flows and all will be shown to you. And how you have to set up the event rules and how you have to work with the operator workspace, because operator workspace explicitly deals with this event management only. For example, a new event, through any new event, an incident is created. New event change is created. So how you will be handling those events. These kind of things will be taught to you in the event management phase. So coming to the cloud management, so while we are doing this mid-server setup, obviously we will be doing in the Amazon AWS instance only, because if you want to do in our physical device, in the sense, you used to have your Windows server, okay, Windows server setup in your system. The two Windows server is the basic prerequisite you need in your device to be get installed. But for if as we are using our home laptops and some other desktop server capabilities, our system won't have that much. So we Practically, we will be doing all of our practical sessions in the Amazon AWS instance. So there in the discovery and the mid-server setup, we will be seeing how the physical devices used to get connected. But here in the cloud management, we will be using that service accounts. Service accounts, service account setup and configuration we will be doing to know the data centers details, to know about what are the other devices or the other say like other devices or the other things that was sitting within your data center. So we will be setting up our service accounts. Once we set up our service accounts, we will be discovering the data centers. From the data centers, we will be discovering our virtual machines, resources, and everything that is related to cloud management. And in cloud management, we just have two different type of portal. One is user portal and another one is the admin portal. Both the portals will be kept covered within this session and how to upload the templates. Because over in the mid server or in the discovery, if we want anything, we will be raising a service request in our normal organization portal. But for cloud, Amazon, Azure, these people has their out of the box catalog request. So we have to just download the template and we have to insert within our service now. So once we request for that particular item, it will automatically trigger some out of the box features to be get triggered with, and that particular resource or that particular mission or that particular device will be get connected to your data centers as an automatic function. So how to do that? How to do work with the resource blocks and CAPI components, and how you have to write the extensions over that. So all these things will be taught to you. Azure will be done in a practical manner. Sorry, AWS will be done in a practical manner. Azure and VMware documents will be provided to you. A detailed document, how to set it up, how to request the templates. These things will be provided in the documentation format. So you can probably work on your own time, because Azure, we don't have, free sessions to be get requested their own instance and to get that VM setters and all. But for AWS, we just have nearly 750 hours of free hours of session where we can complete all our practical over there. VMware also in the same way. So, which is a free source, that is AWS. So we can able to do our practical sessions within the AWS itself. So once again, like those who are joined from the invite of my WhatsApp and Telegram, just share your number in the chat as a personal message to me. So rest of you, you can, those who joined from Uday Technology, this one, you can contact them directly. Okay. And this one, I'm just unmuting us for some minute. So in that case, you can able to unmute yourself and you can put forward your questions if you have any doubts in the syllabus.
Prasi,
Yeah,
hi.
just
Good.
a moment, Prasi.
Yeah.
Yeah, Uday here, guys. So ITOM is one of the most demanded application in ServiceNow, guys. You have good experience in ServiceNow, and you have good experience in ServiceNow integrations. So that is actually on one hand. On the other hand, if you have ITOM knowledge and ITOM experience, right? You will get weight on your resume if you have ITOM in your resume. So you will get plenty of calls from the recruiters, and you will get a lot of opportunities. There are high chances of getting placed if you have the skill. Okay, this is one of the most demanded application in ServiceNow platform. So even in the US, even in other countries as well, most of the clients, they're actually they're also looking for ITOM application as well. So along with the ServiceNow platform knowledge and integrations and portal knowledge, if you have this ITOM knowledge, definitely that will add you weight to your resume. You will have great chances to get placed as a ServiceNow professional. Okay, so Prasi is actually from our team, and she has a very much good experience in ServiceNow ITOM area. So she will take you through the sessions, and throughout the sessions, so she will be the trainer. She'll be explaining everything in detail. She has very good experience in teaching as well. Not only working experience, she has teaching experience as well. So if you have any doubts, please feel free to reach out to her. And Prasi, try to give practical examples, as many examples as you can. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, sure. So this session will be practical only mostly. So we can't teach the theoretical completely, right? So ITOM is completely mostly practical only. So even though you how to install the mid server, how to configure it, how are the even though I will share you some of the troubleshooting technique documents also along with you. So those things you will be getting in detail. Okay.
Prasi, can you also please let everyone know that so what is the timing, and
Okay, this
is it
session, yeah,
the sessions will be there?
yeah. This session will be around taken from 8:30 a.m. IST every morning. We will be concluding it within 9:45 or 9:50. Within 9:50, we will be conclude this session. Okay. So it will be like 1.15 or 1.20 minutes of session. So just to let you know, like 1 hour of complete session will be taken. 15 minutes will be like a doubt clearing or some other topics will be get touch based over there. So especially this will be like, for example, I could say first 5 to 7 minutes, I will be clearing your doubts for the previous day session. 1 hour complete session will be taken like this. And then another 5 to 7 minutes will be given for you to resolve or to, clear your doubts within the session. This session is from Monday to Friday session. So the duration of the session will be around 36 to 40 hours. Okay. 36 to 40 hours of session will be concluded within, while we started, it will be get concluded within 2 months of time.
Actually, apart from 8:30 session, any other alternative sessions is there? Alternative timings?
As of now, we didn't plan any alternative session.
Yeah, this is the only timing which we are going to teach, like 8:30 a.m. IST.
Yeah.
Possible,
Prasi,
if
here
possible,
we
if you have
have
any chance, could you plan one more session in the evening
some
hours
of the
IST?
students.
Oh, would let you know that actually. Still now he doesn't plan anything for the evening.
At
Morning.
least 10 a.m. IST. At least
We
10
have
a.m. IST.
candidates from US as well, Prasi.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know candidates are also from US, but still 8:30 a.m. IST to 10 a.m. IST. The session will be. Within 9:50 it will be get completed. If there is any evening session, definitely I would let you.
Guys,
That's
those who are not comfortable with the timings, right, please do let us know so that I will plan accordingly.
Okay,
Chanakya,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, hi sir. Yeah, Uday sir.
Yeah, please do let us know those who are not comfortable with the timings, right?
Yeah,
I'll plan accordingly.
yeah, sure, sir. We are, if it is like a evening session, it will be comfort for us. We are at US, right?
Okay.
So, hey, hi, Priya. So, do we have any next batch that is coming up
Any tentative date?
Hello?
I'm audible?
Can't confirm you on the same.
Hello?
After this batch only, but still, if there is any in between sessions, we will let you know. Just connect Uday on the same, so he can guide you on the same actually.
Okay. Thank you.
Prati, I have 3 questions. Can I ask? Hi,
Yeah,
Uday,
go please.
Jagdish. Yeah, CMDB is part of ITSM, no? How it's going to be? It's going to be touch base of CMDB, or is going to be pure end-to-end knowledge of that, which we are going to learn here, CA classes and interconnections and query building,
See,
relationships.
CI is not part of ITSM. Okay, first of all.
Okay.
Okay, CI, I could say like CI is a thing which deals with multiple modules. It's kind of an like an heart, we can say. It will communicate with all other modules within ServiceNow. So, for example, if I take an incident, if you have any issues with any other module, you are creating incident. So we can't say that incident is from the ITSM, okay, but it scorely doesn't deals with ITSM only. Same way, CMDB is a separate module, okay, but it deals with mostly with ITOM, okay. So
Okay.
why do we go for CMDB with the ITOM essence? So for ITOM especially, we are going to see the data in CMDB, right? Without data, CMDB is nothing.
Correct.
So what are the data we are having in our network, in our data centers, all over the data center? All the data we are going to see through discovery, service mapping, and this cloud action. So once you get all the data only, in that data, serial data, if we have any issues within that, we will create one incident. We will create a change, or we'll do some application, or in some of the project we include some of the CIs to be get work on. So it's a common one, but to see the data only, we go for this ITOM actually, especially.
Okay. And what are the scripting required for this? It's going to be plugins or data analysis of the work which you are going to do it along with scripting knowledge. What are the scripting knowledge it's required here actually?
If you know about basics of ServiceNow is more than enough, okay? But I actually would say like you don't need any special scripting knowledge for ITOM. Because if you take patterns, okay, patterns is like an flow design is what we do. It's like a drag and drop, or like I could say like the options are already available over there. But yes, there are some techniques to be learned for the scripting, because regex and all you will be using over here. Mostly regex only we are using over here, okay? So if you want to do some homework in the sense, do with regex, okay? Because in event management also we will be doing regex. In patterns also we will be doing regex only actually. So you can try on that. For probes and sensor, you do have multiple out of the box script. For customly writing one, you're going to copy and paste something and you do some additional over there. That's it. We are not going to build anything from the score or from the scratch. Okay. So it is already built. For example, if I tell you, you have a new application, okay? But still we have the table called CMDB underscore application already within our system. On the top of the application, you're going to have some child table for that application. That's it.
Okay.
Okay. So you're doing some customization over there on the top of it. You're not going to build any kind of CIs from the scratch. Anyway, it's going to be hardware or a software, or it is going to sit on the cloud, or it is going to be some of the service. Other than that, we don't have any other type of CIs. Even though if you bring chatbots like Alexa or something else also, it will sit in hardware.
Okay.
Otherwise, if it is some kind of chatbot within the network, it is going to sit in some of the application or some of the service over here. That's it. No, nothing we are going to build from the scratch actually.
Okay. And after learning this, can we, how many years we can showcase for only purely ITOM
2
as a
years.
experience? 2 years. Okay.
2
Yeah,
years you can show.
that's it from my end, Prachi. Thank you.
Hello, Pras.
Mhm.
Yeah, like I would like to know, like this course ITOM, is it like ideal for like who are looking to start their career in the service now, or like any graduate? Like what are the prerequisites to learn this thing?
If you know basics of service now, like
Yes.
how the table structures
Okay.
form things and all getting present.
Okay.
And if you know those areas in the sense, it is more than okay to learn this one actually.
Yes.
I could probably say like, if you want to learn ITOM, you have to learn JavaScript for sure.
Okay.
But for ITOM, you don't have those prerequisites and all. Like, if you know basics of ServiceNow, how ServiceNow is structured, that is more than enough to learn ITOM. Because even though if you know many modules in ServiceNow also, it doesn't deals with ITOM. If you doesn't know any other module with ServiceNow also, you don't want to care about it because ITOM is a separate world actually. Okay, so it doesn't deals with like any other modules. Okay, so it is very different from other modules.
Okay.
Hi Uday, this is Srinivas. Hi Prasi.
Hi.
My doubt is, uh, is orchestration comes into ITOM?
Orchestration comes into ITOM.
Yeah, is it related to ITOM only? That orchestration?
Related to ITOM. Yeah.
Okay, okay. You will teach that also?
No,
Orchestration?
no, no. Orchestration is not covered over here. Probably why, in the sense, we can't take practical sessions over our orchestration.
Okay, okay. Okay,
We need definitely a network for that to do.
okay, okay.
Because, okay,
But
think in this way. You are requesting some of the hardware from your system. Okay. Those
okay,
are like, for example, take Azure AD access. You are
okay,
requesting it for one of your project. What this orchestration will do in the sense, once you requested it, it will go for some approval. Once the manager or someone get approval, it will automatically trigger a flow, and
oh,
your name, your things, and your AD details will be directly added to the Azure.
okay, okay.
Because of that, you will get access to all the Azure devices. So this flow we can't do practically actually. That's the reason. See, we need some AD to be there in your system. We need some access. So this setup we can't do as a
Yeah,
training session. So that's the reason
yeah.
ServiceNow also doesn't have orchestration in their trainings.
But you will give some idea, no? Input
This kind
something
of
like that?
ideas I can give. I worked on it, but
Yeah,
practically
okay.
speaking, we can't take trainings through.
Okay then. I got
Yeah.
it. Thank you. Thank you, Uday.
Yeah. Any
Yeah,
other questions?
for this item also, do you suggest to install mid servers in our personal laptops, or
That's
do
no,
you
no, no.
suggest a
Don't install it. I mean, you can't install it actually. So you
plugin?
need Windows Server. No, plugin you can install. Your mid server
Mm-hmm,
you can't install. Okay, mid server is a kind of package. It's kind of a software I could
mm-hmm,
say. So it's a kind of
mm-hmm.
package. So you can't install it because you need Windows Server 12 to be already get installed in your system. But don't do it. Okay, it's a heavy packaged one. Because while I'm learning before some years, I destroyed my own OS because of installing it. Okay. So practically
Okay,
speaking, don't do it. We will be subscribing the AWS. Okay. The free package. So it will be giving 750 hours of free package to you. In that, we can install our mid server for the learning purposes. But
okay,
still, if you
thank you.
want to learn, you just go and install your Windows Server 12 using some of your network engineers nearby your house. Okay. They may give some of the extra, hardware. Okay. For you to do that. But don't do yourself by installing some um, network. By Googling something and don't install it. just go and do it properly with some of the network engineers.
Okay, okay, got it.
Yeah.
Any other questions, guys?
Yeah, I have a question. Hello.
Yes, please.
My question is, the ITOM will be only added advantage for our resumes, or only we
Sorry?
can. The ITOM is only for added technology to ServiceNow resume, or we can go only for this ITOM. We
Oh,
can
no,
expect
no.
it.
It's a very demanding one, I could say. Like, see, uh, without ITOM, we can't even structure our network devices. It's very demanding as of now, even though we have some AI stuff also related to our ITOM. With ITOM, you can survive for another 6 to 8 years.
Uh-huh. So only with ITOM knowledge we can expect the jobs, right?
Yeah, that too, I could say, like, see, if you know ITOM, you can expect good salary. If
Okay.
you know SecOps or GRC, you can expect good salary because less engineers, toughest. It is little tough compared to other modules. You can't go and sit and learn the theory, do some practicals, and no, that's not possible. So
Okay.
ITOM is bit tough compared to other modules. That's the reason you can get the package as you liked, and you can even excel for another 5 to 8 years within the same as an ITOM engineer itself.
Okay. Thank you.
In
Yeah,
my own
Naga,
experience itself, I just had a package of 62 LP and all. So I could say that it is a vast one actually.
yeah. So, Prasi, the Nagarjuna's question is here. Can we directly learn ITOM is what he is asking, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong,
Yes.
Nagarjuna.
Yes.
So, so without having platform knowledge, if you directly go for ITOM, so you won't be able to understand. So you should know what is stable in service now, how to design the farm, how to do that farm validations. So you should have platform knowledge. That is what Prasi has actually told in the beginning. So for any application in ServiceNow, if you want to learn, then you must have platform knowledge. That is must. Okay. So if you have the platform knowledge, ServiceNow platform knowledge, then you can take this course, and that will be an added advantage for you. And as Prasi told, it is more demanding now, and you will get much more packages if you have ITOM in your resume, because there are less engineers, as Prasi told. Okay. So if you take a look at ITOM, okay, you can find rarely. You can find the resources rarely. When it comes to the security operations, when it comes to the other modules, so you will find very less engineers in the market. So if you have those skills as well, you will be given very good packages. You will be getting a lot of opportunities from repeated clients. Okay. Hope I answered your question.
Yes. Got it.
Okay.
ITOM model is little bit easy to learn or difficult, like other ITS.
Could you
Sorry,
please speak up?
Hello.
Speak up, please. Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Uday. I watching. Actually, ITOM is little bit difficult to learn other modules like ITSM, because you're getting more salary, right? It will be more difficult in organization. Is that there anything?
Okay, comparing to ITSM and scripting, I think it is equalized only. But
Yeah,
still,
learning purpose.
the
Yeah.
thing is like, okay, think in this way. Windows, okay? Think in Windows and Linux. These has its own language. Windows works in PowerShell, and this Linux guy works in this, what's that? I forgot the technology name. It is working in some other coding one. Okay.
Units.
So obviously, if you do, some, uh, some debug in your Windows system, but mostly you don't want to worry those things. Okay. The only thing you have to worry about is how to bring those data, how to bring these data, how to debug this one. Only troubleshooting part is the one which is little bit difficult. But other than that, setting up, learning this thing, it will comes by the flow. If you join in an organization just by cracking the interview alone, then by the team, by the members, you will be in the ongoing process, you will be learning. Still, I have 10 plus years of experience. Daily, I am learning new things in ITOM. It's not an end like you people know about this thing, damn sure for 100%. No. Even though I have this much of experience, I'm daily learning something new in ITOM. Because if you think about network engineers, if you think about some other people within those who deals with this network area, they are coming with new security protocols, new things. So obviously it's not, I can't say tough. Comparing to ITSM, it is bit tough. That's the thing.
Okay, right. Yeah, we will get interview questions, everything, right?
You will be getting an interview questions. You will be even have a session like a mock interview session also in the session, which will help you to know that what type of questions you can have in the training mode. Sorry, in your real time scenarios.
Thank you so much.
Prasi, do we have any AI related plugins here, future or now?
You will be having soon in event management.
Okay.
Because as I know, we are started with already we have AI with incident, these tables and all, you may know. But for event management, they're probably bringing some.
Okay. Are we going to learn those means just brief
No, they still doesn't bring anything. Okay.
Okay.
They are going to bring on. So with EY ServiceNow already signed a contract. So in that contract, they are developing some of the AI tool along with them. So those will be in market in 2025 only actually.
Okay.
Asi, will you also be sharing the real-time examples and challenges you have faced in your work experience?
Yes.
Yeah, hi Tim. Yeah, mostly in ITOM, which language we need to learn? It's a JavaScript or any other language?
No. Here it is drag and drop of thing only. So you don't need any special languages. Just a ServiceNow basic JavaScript is enough.
Uh-huh.
That too not mandatory, I could say.
And also how we can debug the transaction failures and transaction successful. Why?
Here
Because
you have everything in the ECC queue. Okay.
because we have the different locations with the external systems. All the external system we have the only one mid server. It is passing to the transactions to all the countries. In these transactions, we some of the transactions get failed, some of the transactions get successful, but some of the transactions get successfully, but all the fields are not failed. We can
See,
how we can, yeah.
here we are going to trust our ECCQ table. Okay. So ECCQ is the major one, what we are going to debug everything mostly. Okay. This guy will tell you what are the failure transactions. From that, you can take the payload and you can check what are the devices information you just got from the external system, whether all the fields has been passed over here. Okay. If not, you have to re-trigger it manually. Else in the next cycle, you have to check it out whether it is passing the information correctly or it is not coming from their system, because in some of the system they may have some security purpose and all. So you can't get all the information about the devices, only the basic information only you're going to get. So it is their thing or it is over here. That thing we have to check it out.
Yeah, before in the real time, I face this issue. But some of the clients they are asking that what is the root cause for this issue. I said that you can trigger with the manually. You can try it once. I said this. No, I need the root cause analysis for this issue. What
Mhm.
can I provide in a
We
practical manner?
have to check whether we have enabled the credential list discovery in our system. Okay. In some cases, what it happens, think in this way, they have 5 Windows devices, which is in the high security one. Okay. They don't even give you the credentials for those devices, but still they given the IP address to discover it. You have get only few fields, but still the transaction is successful in this case. Okay. So what happened for the credential-less discovery? ServiceNow will not put the credential for it, okay? It will put the mid server's own credential to it, but you don't get all the information about the devices. Only the basic information about the devices alone you can get it. Okay.
Okay.
So especially for the Linux machines, we used to have a pseudocodes. Pseudocodes are like not the real user ID and password. It is like an duplicate user ID and password. In those scenarios and all, we can set it up some limits to get all the required fields or not the most of the fields. We can get some limited amount of fields from the system.
Yep. Yeah, I need to ask one more thing that here. You need to know the survey report.
Hmm?
Yeah, in the survey report, some of the fields having the mandatory things,
Hmm?
but one of the clients saying that the survey answers is not showing with the data lake application, but the survey questions are mandatory here.
Hmm.
Without mandatory, we cannot submit the form, but in data lake, it will not showing the answers. How we can trigger this?
Did you test by yourself actually at first?
Yes,
Just to
already.
trigger that.
Yeah, already I done with my whatever I done in my lower instance. It was showing as a mandatory without filling. It can't submit, but unfortunately, client has submitted. Uh, Answers is not showing with the data lake.
Mhm. These are all weird issues. So we have to debug from the
Yeah, this is the
console.
things I need to learn here.
I'm not sure survey is a different one, guys. I am
Uh-huh.
not aware of this.
Okay.
We are going to cover it over here.
Okay. Okay. Just I'm saying some like an example like.
Yeah, okay, okay. Understand. Okay. Any more questions, people? So those who are interested to join this one, please reach Uday on this one. Okay. Just to let
When it's going to start the sessions from tomorrow or
from
any?
tomorrow same time. I'm just okay.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Those who are very interested, I mean, those who are joined from that ServiceNow Rapid Assist WhatsApp group and from the Telegram groups, just let me know those who are interested to join. So yeah, I have already your numbers. So let's let you know on the same. Okay. Any other questions, anyone?
Hi, Project. Good morning.
Yeah.
Actually, I want to know that while we are doing the practice and all, so how we can get the servers, how we can get the if we without server, if we don't have any server, how we can trigger the fluctuations, how we can get those fluctuation to our ServiceNow application, how we can set up that for practice.
No, in AWS, we will be requesting one server. Within that server, we will install our mid server.
Okay, so from our side, we need to get the subscription of AWS or
No, it's free only actually.
okay. Okay, in AWS, we are going to set up the mid server. Then there we are doing some fluctuations. Then through discovery we are getting to getting a like a ServiceNow application, right?
Through discovery, we will get the information about that CA.
Yes, yes, yes. For practicing, we can do that, like set up the mid servers and all.
Practically, you will be doing that.
For our practicing, so you are going to teach in sessions. So from our side, if we want to do the practice and all.
Same way you can do that. That's it.
Acha. Okay. Thank you.
Even though for practical, I will ask any one of you to do that actually. So
Okay.
on that same time, you the other peoples can also do the same in your system actually. So especially I could recommend for practical sessions alone, try to log in with your mobile and see that, do it in your laptop.
Okay.
Don't do it
So
with the same screen here and there parallelly. Try to have an iPad or something in your hand for the session. See those
Okay.
things and do it practically in your system.
Okay, fine. We don't have any like real-time scenarios. If we want to practice, we need at least servers or something like. So
Yeah,
that's what I'm.
virtual service you're going to request from AWS. They will give a virtual service. From there, we can connect over here.
Sure. Okay. For these sessions, can I get the real-time exposure?
Sorry?
With these sessions, can I get the real-time exposure?
This session, we can't go right. We need to do some theory first to make you understand comfortable with those topics. And then we can jump on with the practical.
Okay. I mean, complete sessions while end up the class. So can I get the real-time exposure?
Yes. Definitely, you will be having real-time exposure. Definitely, you will be satisfied. Okay, the amount what I spent, I really learned some good stuff over here. That is what you are thinking over here. So, and you may have you are having, see, many of my candidates crack their ITOM interview. I could say this one actually.
Okay.
They are very good in ITOM now. They are different ITOM fields as of now. Even though many of them, those who joined the training with me, they doesn't even work in ServiceNow. They may be in the Tenet phase or they may be in some other technology also. But still, ServiceNow is in hype. They want to learn this one.
Okay.
So already many people joined in ITOM also.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, and one thing I want to learn, I want to ask here one thing. Here, ServiceNow to mid server, the connection only we can connect, or ServiceNow to mid server or mid server to external system we are connecting.
Why mid server to external system in a sense? What do you mean?
Means external system means we are the service now. We need the external system. Mid server means we are transferring the data from one place to another place. Mid server, it was say what we say that it processing the
Here it
message.
is only for the network devices. We don't touch any kind of external systems here.
Okay, sure.
Okay, guys, thanks for joining. So let's meet on tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Prasi.
Yeah, bye.